Anytime we start on crate training, it's important to understand for you this seems so simple, so cut and dry, but there's a lot of moving parts for your dog. Not everyone's dog is the same, but a lot of them will be hesitant at first of the Sky Kennel. So the first thing I would recommend is patience. Start as soon as you can. I would recommend taking the door off at first and introducing your dog to it. Put a blanket in to get them used to it. Even start feeding them in the crate. The most important thing here is to make it positive. All good things happen here. Food, treats, frozen Kongs, or special treats that only occur while in the crate. Refrain from shoving your dog inside. Do not use the crate as a punishment. The crate isn't something that is a result of your dog being in trouble. The crate should be safe. It should be somewhere your dog wants to go. To help encourage this, let's start by teaching them to go in at our request. Start with some higher value treats. A treat that your dog likes a lot and that they seldom get, like cheese or freeze-dried treats. The lesser ingredient, the higher the value. Open the crate up. You can even take the door off if necessary at first, so you aren't fumbling with it, and so your dog can't bump into it if it makes them nervous and scare themselves. This is also a good time for you to put something under the crate, like a rug if you have hardwood floors, to keep it from sliding or moving while your dog is inside. Once you are ready, drop a treat on the ground in front of the opening or just inside of the opening. Try to give them some space. Don't loom over them. Remember, your dog is hesitant at first. The more comfortable they get, the closer you can get. Also, don't touch them. You could scare them and shake their confidence. Don't say anything at first. Just make sure you mark when they get close. If your dog is clicker trained, you can use that or simply say yes or good when they lean their head in to take the treat. Good girl. Yes. Repeat this process a few times, and when they start getting more confident, toss the treat in a little further. Slowly increase the distance in which you're throwing the treat in, giving your dog the space to lean in and get the treat. Mark that behavior every time. Yes or good. Yes. Good girl. Once they get even more confident, try tossing the higher value treat all the way in and letting them go in and get it, giving them room to leave. It's very important you don't make them feel trapped. Now that they're going all the way in, you can start cueing them in, or you can use crate as you toss the treat in, still marking the moment they go in with a yes. Yes. Now that they are going in more confidently and willingly, you can get closer and offer treats in your hand while they're inside, giving them room to ignore you and run past if they want. Remember, we don't want them to feel trapped. Now, once your dog starts taking treats while they're in the crate, you can start adding duration by giving them multiple treats, or jackpot as I call it, while they're inside, but only while they're inside. Doing this, you're adding value to your dog being in the crate. It's now more worth it for them to be in there than to be outside. The longer they are in, the more reward they receive. This skill may be done over several days as your dog warms up. Keep each session short, like 10 minutes. Now you can start fading the lure. Start by pointing at the crate and giving your command, in, or crate. When they go in and turn around, yes. Then you can offer a treat, a few of them. One broken into 4 pieces is still 4 treats to your dog. Now start adding free when they come out. This will help in the future to keep your dog from running out every time the door opens. Good girl, free. From here, you can start closing the door. If you took the door off to get started, then you may need to be patient with your dog as you put the door back on. The door can be loud and startle your dog. You may need to take a few steps backwards, but that's okay. Like I said, patience once the door is on. From here, start closing the door. In, yes, reward, close the door, reopen it, free. Free. Don't reward this step. Coming out is a reward in itself, but we want inside the crate to still be more rewarding. Repeat this over a few times, over several days, slowly increasing the amount of time the door is closed and adding reward through the door or the holes on the side. Try closing the door fully and stepping away, or turning around. Go get something to drink out of the kitchen. Frequently returning to drop a treat inside, so long as they are calm and quiet, before opening the door and telling them free. If your dog starts to bark or carry on, wait until they are quiet, then mark yes and approach. Do not engage while your dog is barking at you. Stand there, but turn away. The instant they are quiet, mark yes, and then approach. If they start to bark again, stop and look away from them and wait. Remember, the door opens for them with the desired behavior. So you aren't going to let them out for barking, but only for being calm. If they are panicking immediately, perhaps you should walk back a few steps until they're a little more comfortable before walking fully away. Don't do too much too fast. One final tip I'll add. Refrain from celebrating coming out of the kennel. If you make it a big deal to come out of the kennel, they will want this to happen faster and more frequently. It will be harder for your dog to calm down inside if they are waiting for the excitement of coming out.